Missoulians celebrate peace through an annual tradition. Fire crews see progress in battling California wildfires. And a not-so-common house pet finds a Montana home.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. Hundreds of people gathered to celebrate the Jeanette Rankin Peace Center. Earlier this evening, it was not just only individuals, but many local businesses took part in the celebration as well.
We feel so strongly that the work we do is about all of us doing it together, and it's a community effort. It's not just the Peace Center working for peace, it's all of the great organizations that we have in Missoula. And we feel so strongly about that we've invited them all here.
Some of the other groups involved were Habitat for Humanity, Veterans for Peace, and Soft Landing Missoula. The event was hosted at the Art Building at the Missoula Fairgrounds. There was live music, food, and both a silent and live auction to raise money for the center's programs. The Peace Center's membership surpassed 1,100 members this last week, and about 80 volunteers helped to organize the event.
We won't make peace until the environment is fixed. We won't know justice until people of color know justice. I mean, it's all interconnected and interdependent, and so we have to work together, and that's why this is so important. Our theme this year is Piece It Together. Today they also raised money that would go towards rebuilding the Missoula Peace Sign. The streets of Missoula were filled with more than 100 bikers earlier today, many of whom were dressed head to toe in tweed, a wool pattern. Free Cycles of Missoula had their annual tweed ride, and they say the goal was to celebrate the community. That with social networking, it's important for people to spend time with one another away from the screens. The goal was to help raise awareness for clean transport and also to raise money for Free Cycles. Riders left for the 5-mile ride at 1 p.m. and along the route they stopped for tea downtown and in Greeno Park. After the ride, there was food, games, and live music when they arrived back at the shop.
We love bringing people together and just talking in person and meeting people and sharing ideas and just talking about whatever you want to, but face-to-face is so important.
Free Cycles say you can find more information on their events on their website, but they encourage you to come in and visit as well. Moving on to weather now, it's been a really gorgeous fall day out there today, and it's looking like that weather is going to continue into the next few days. Let's go to our Storm Tracker Weather Center with meteorologist Russ Thomas for more. Russ?
Yeah, definitely some good news there if you didn't get a chance to get outdoors today, or even if you did and you're like, hey, I want more of that. We've got at least a couple more days, especially Missoula southward. I think the next several days looking very good. You get up northwest Montana, I think by Tuesday, Wednesday, we're looking at some rain. Nevertheless, a good day on Monday for everyone. We can see a clear sky, or we'll see a clear sky overnight tonight. Temperatures drop down to the upper 20s to low 30s. Right now we're seeing low 40s across much of western Montana, including 41 for Polson and Missoula, 43 in Hamilton, a little cooler in Sealy at 38 degrees. And again, we'll have that forecast for you with warmer temperatures coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Russ. In national news, members of President Donald Trump's cabinet took to the airwaves to discuss the future of the Iran nuclear deal on Sunday. John Schumo reports.
The president's top aides say the United States will remain in the nuclear deal with Iran for now.
Yes, I think signaling to Iran and to our other partners, there are serious flaws in this agreement. Everyone acknowledges there are serious flaws.
He has set out a marker to the Iranians and to our allies and partners that we have to fix fundamental flaws in this deal. It's a weak deal that is being weekly monitored.
President Trump wants to make sure Iran is in compliance with the agreement to limit its arsenal. And this week, he asked Congress to strengthen the terms to better protect the United States and its allies.
I think the president was very courageous in saying, I'm not going to kick this can down the road. I'm not going to say, well, it's going to be on somebody else's watch. I'm going to stop this from happening.
On CBS's Face the Nation, Iran's foreign minister expressed skepticism over the president's motives.
This administration is withdrawing from everything. Somebody called it withdrawal doctrine for this administration. It's withdrawing from NAFTA, it's withdrawing from Trans-Pacific Partnership, it's withdrawing from UNESCO, it's withdrawing from everything. So people cannot trust anymore the word of the United States.
The minority Speaker of the House also criticized the president.
This week, the week of Friday the 13th, is the week that President Trump went rogue.
Pelosi urged the president to cooperate with Democrats on a number of items, including Iran. John Schumo, CBS News.
In other national news, firefighters say they've finally turned a corner in their battle against the wildfires in Northern California. Those fires have been burning for more than a week and have already claimed at least 40 lives and destroyed more than 5,700 homes. The latest estimates were that about 100,000 people were under evacuation orders as the fires burned for nearly a week. Crews attacked the flames today with a steady stream of helicopters dropping retardant on the blades from above. Fires continued to burn across a 100-mile swath of Northern California. By Sunday morning, with winds subsiding, firefighters had another chance at containing many blazes. With the high death toll and damage to thousands of homes, these fires are the deadliest and most destructive group of wildfires in California history. And across the Big Sky, we continue to be humbled by your generosity as support continues to pour in for our Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. Over the past month, a partnership between the Montana Television Network and the Montana Community Foundation has raised over $452,000, thanks to contributions from across the country. And this week, we officially enter the next phase of that application process. Organizations, groups, and individuals who think they may qualify are welcome to apply between now and November 10th. Just go to our website, KPAX.com, to apply. Ranches are often home to a wide variety of animals, including cows, horses, sheep, and of course pets like cats and dogs. But for one Montana ranch family, they have a pet that's truly one of a kind. In tonight's Montana Egg feature, Russell Nemitz takes us to 2 Dot for this hilariously fun story. Check it out.
Gilbert, baby badger boy.
Meet Gilbert the Badger, a bit of a legend in South Central Montana, if you will, and for sure a surprise Mother's Day present for Melody White by husband Mac some 15 years ago.
It was too late because I'd already reached inside and grabbed what I thought was going to be a puppy and pulled it out and went, ah, this is a badger.
And so begins the story of Gilbert the Badger at the McFarland White Ranch near 2 Dot, Montana.
Basically, Gilbert had been sacrificed to the great badger gods in the sky by his mom, and we weren't sure how to take him back.
Having a pet badger does take a little getting used to, like learning badger etiquette.
You live with the badger, he doesn't live with you. He dictates how you behave around him. If you can keep his mouth busy, you're safe. If you don't and you startle him, you're bit.
When it comes to food, Gilbert isn't too shy or picky about what he eats, but we did learn he does have a few favorites.
Gilbert eats dog food, cat food, carrots. His favorite is cantaloupe and watermelon, and he really likes fudgesicles.
And here's what visitors think about meeting Gilbert for the first time.
I've had reactions from, oh wow, that's really cool, to how fast can I get into this chair?
Now, I'm not necessarily recommending that you run out and befriend a badger right away as a house pet, but if you do, be ready to have plenty of cantaloupe, carrots, lunch meat, even a few chips on hand, and well, just food in general, because they are hungry, they like to eat. Well, it's kind of like having a teenager in the house. Reporting from the McFarland White Ranch near 2 Dot, Montana, I'm Russell Nemitz, MTN News.
What a fun story. Coming up after the break, how long will this beautiful weather stay? Meteorologist Russ Thomas will be in with a look at the upcoming week's forecast.